On to another football story that is making the headlines all over the world because of its originality. Turkish officials found a new way to punish supporters for improper or violent behavior. Instead of forcing teams to play games behind closed doors, they approved a rule that allows women and children to attend. On Tuesday night, Fenerbahçe banned only male fans from attending a league match against Manisaspor and filled the Sukru Sarajevo Stadium with 43,000 women and children under the age of 12. The atmosphere was electric, let me tell you, as the female supporters knew all of the team's songs and cheers. Before the match started, players threw flowers into the crowd. If you're wondering, the game ended 1-1. But of course, this match was about so much more than just the final score. It was about a fantastic initiative. To get more on this story, earlier I spoke on the phone with Fenerbahçe Vice President Ali Koç. I started our conversation by asking him to describe the atmosphere inside the stadium in Istanbul.
This atmosphere was one of a kind and very historical in the sense for Turkish football as well as international football, and if I'm not mistaken, for world sports in general. The evening was set up as a result of a fine the club had received in a previous match, and we were supposed to play 2 league games without fans, and the Football Federation said no more games without fans. Children under the age of 12 with their parents can attend. This was communicated to us on Monday. Tuesday night, we had 43,000 people in the stadium, and it was beyond the call of duty how the fans has embraced the club. As you know, the club is going through some troubled times with allegations concerning match fixing, and the impact this has had on the fans is being since 3rd of July has been tremendous, and the fans have, as I said, gone beyond the call of duty to embrace the club and to fight for the rights of the club. In this respect, yesterday we were expecting 10 to 12,000 people, and we had printed as many number of tickets, but at the end of the day 43,000 people with tickets entered, and with the permission of the Football Federation we allowed more fans in without tickets because we didn't have enough tickets printed. Our capacity is 52,000. And the women of Fenerbahçe Sports Club has showed us what they can do for their club, what they can do for Turkish football. And I think it was one of a kind of a event, and I think it was very exemplary for sports.
Would you say that the women taught the men a lesson of how to be good football fans?
Being a man saying something like this is very difficult, but at the end of the day what we experienced starting from 9:30 in the morning when the queue started in front of the stadium until 10:30 at night where the game ended and the stadium was empty, what we experienced with the women was very different to what we experienced from the men. And it was a lot more colorful, a lot more peaceful, a lot more exciting and joyful. And I have to add here that you had to personally come to buy your ticket. You could not buy tickets for other people. Women had to personally come and buy the tickets themselves. And in the lines we saw waiting for tickets, and at times they had to wait a couple of hours because we ran out of tickets and tickets were being printed. The lines were a lot more peaceful, harmonious, colorful, joyful, with a lot of songs, a lot of chanting and solidarity. Men, I think, have less patience when they wait in line for tickets. Coming to the stadium, of course, men are a lot more loud and not more synchronized, but the women were a lot more passionate and a lot more encouraging. I think this event, not only for Turkey, for world sport, is a very interesting event, and I'm very happy that you're communicating this as much as you can internationally, and it will be a lot more pleasant to see more events like this.
In 2 sentences, what did the players tell you?
Now, the reaction of the players, they were very much pleasantly confused to start with, and they were because the games without fans is a big letdown, and the performance of the players significantly dropped in games with fans, with no fans. Yesterday, we ended up with a draw, and the biggest impact and the biggest letdown for the players was that the fact that they could not send the fans home with a victory. You lose points here and you lose points there. It's early in the season. It's only normal. Nobody's worried about losing points. We were very much disappointed that we could not send the ladies and the children home with a victory. That was the biggest letdown for the players, or players felt like they let the crowd down. But other than that, everything was a big plus.
What great pictures from Istanbul. Love this story. We'll have more football later on the show, but after a quick break, we're focusing our attention on rugby. Tonga tried